One of the major and recurrent reasons why we fail to achieve our goals is the lack of clarity around the requirements necessary to achieving those targets. Oftentimes we launch into projects and halfway down the line we abandon ship because of unforeseen circumstances that often overwhelm us, sometimes to a point where we abandon those initial goals and move on to less threatening goals. Now, in this little video, I am going to share with you a simple formula on how to determine your true needed income. It is essential to determine your true needed income when setting your income targets, because it allows you to accommodate for all the expenses that might prevent you from achieving or utilizing your target income, right? And some of these expenses include taxes, and not having a buffer, not having a reserve to fall back on when your business returns are poor. Let us assume that your income target for next year is 1.2 million naira, right? Which will give you a threshold of 100,000 naira per month. Now, to make allowance for your taxes, you need to, let us assume a top line of 30% increment to whatever target that you have, because 30% of whatever income you have per month should adequately accommodate for all taxes. Corporate, personal should accommodate for your taxes, adequately accommodate for your taxes, presumably. So if we make allowance for a 30% top line increment, top line here essentially meaning that it's the revenue projection, yeah? Okay, you simply divide whatever income target that you have set out, which in this case is 100,000 naira a month. Now the 100,000 naira amount divided by 0.7 will give you a 30% top line and bring the figure to, say, 142,857 naira. Next thing to do is to make allowance for a financial reserve, a buffer, right? The benchmark is 3 months of your yearly target. Now, if we're looking at 1.2 million naira as your target for next year, then 3 months of that amount is easily 300,000 naira. But the way to go about it is not to block 300,000 naira up front. You do that by shelving off 25% of your projected monthly income over a 12-month period, and that should give you your 300,000 naira here, right? So what you would do now in your projection is to take your total top line of now 142,857 naira and add 25,000 naira to it, the 25% of that 100,000 naira that you need to take off every month to arrive at a cumulative allowance, a cumulative reserve of 300,000 naira, which is equivalent of 3 months of your projected or your targeted income. So when you add the 25,000 naira to your 142,000 naira, you should arrive at the figure. You should arrive at 167,000 naira, 857 naira. Now this now becomes, the 167,000 naira now becomes your true needed income. The income that you need to generate in order for you to utilize 100,000 naira, in order for you to utilize 1.2 million naira. Your true needed income per annum will be 2 million naira instead of 1.2 million naira. In fact, it will be 2,014,284 naira instead of 1.2 million naira. Now, for you to utilize, for you to work towards raising your true needed income, for you to be able to isolate your 1.2 million naira, the one that is extremely important for you to live the life that you have set out to live for yourself, you need to raise 2 million naira in order to enjoy that income. Thank you very much.